in my personal opinion, I think students can be involved at any time. I didn't know you guys felt excluded, I guess. I think when I was in Ogilvie, actually, I'll just name names. Karen Kirshner was on the board, and I remember going to her for something as a group from a class and voicing our opinion and saying, we really want to do this, and it was a trip to Tennessee to do some mission work based just out of our classroom. And they did listen to us, and we did get to go when you had to raise our own money. But I think if you come to the board and voice your opinion with a positive attitude, I think it'd be great to hear more from students at any time. Even two people who aren't on the board, even if I wasn't voted in, I'd like to hear from you anyways.
Mr. McCabe.
Well, I think that an important thing for any board and for any teacher or any principal is to be able to listen to the students and any student who comes to them for a project or a need. So I think listening is the most important thing that a board member or a board could do. Listen to the needs of the kids and the students. And it's also a responsibility of the students to present themselves and present their ideas or their programs to the board in a constructive way, and then I think they're heard.
Mr. Woods.
Well, attending the school board meetings, it's great to have the student council representatives there, and I think they do a wonderful job at expressing, what goes on in the schools and giving the school board an idea of what's happening. So I think the students are represented there, but it just needs to be reinforced with you guys that that's your avenue, that's your venue to get at the school board, to get your ideas out there. I think anybody on the board I know right now is approachable, and that makes for a good forum for the kids to approach the school board.
Mr. Jensen.
You kids are our future. I mean, and you got to speak up. You got to tell us what you want, what you need. If it's new buildings or whatever, you have to move forward. And we all have to move forward as a community. I think currently what they're doing and having participation on the board is wonderful. I've been to several meetings this past year, and students are always engaged with the board, and that was great to see. You got to be able to call people and tell them if they're sitting on the board, you need to call them at home. As a city council member, as the chief deputy for the county, I got phone calls all the time at home. And there is nothing wrong with calling people today at home and telling them what you think. We have to. We have to stand up and say what we think. And it's really important that our younger people do that, because some of us are getting older and we don't quite understand.
Mrs. Bohachek.
Okay. Maybe it's because my daughter is only 13 and she hasn't reached maybe the 16, 17 area where mom is always wrong, but I find it pretty easy to talk with teenagers. And it's really simple. Ask them what they want and they will tell you. So, what kind of classes do you think are going to suit you for the future? What do you think we can do to help facilitate that? You really can just ask them what they want. They're not shy at all. And they are going to tell you. And then, and then you can just work together with the board. I mean, even your principals and your teachers, they're constantly searching for ways to improve your education. It's really important. You guys do need to speak up and say something. Everybody is really approachable in these buildings. And it's been a fantastic experience for me when I ask. So I don't see why they wouldn't do the same for you guys. And I'd be more than happy to listen to anything that the students would have to say.
Mr. Engberg.
I'm always pleased to see the student body represented at the board meetings that I've attended, and I compliment you, student leaders, for being there. And it's also an opportunity for the student body and the representatives to learn how the administration, how the politics, how the economic issues are dealt with, and that you should be exposed to them. The question is more general than just through the student council, and if I'm elected, I assume I'll get one of those colorful neckbands, and I can walk the halls and attend a music session or a shop class or out on the playing field. And I believe in a hands-on approach, and that's the best place to talk to students both on the grounds and off the grounds. Thank you.